practiced the snake style. He was known as the Snake Spirit.
Hey everybody, it's Jason, and welcome back to Martial Arts Theater 3000. We're continuing right along today with the Venom Mob Countdown. Hope you guys have been enjoying. Everyone who's been following along and leaving all the comments down below, I really appreciate it. And if you are new to the channel, I recommend going back and starting at number 21 on this countdown, because I definitely will be referencing previous movies from my list. At number 11, we have 10 Tigers from Kwangtung. Released in late 1980, the first thing you'll notice when watching this movie is just how insane the cast is. Now, I've said this a few times along on my list, Heaven and Hell, a couple of different ones along the way, The Brave Archer 3. But this cast, it has everyone, just so many of the legends that worked under Chang-Chi. And not only do you have the full Venom Mob, you also have the baby Venoms. And with this huge lineup, you would think, with all these great stars, it would just be like the best kung fu movie ever. But unfortunately, it is a bit of a mess. Now, when Chang-Chi tries to take on so many stars, of course, each character is going to have a little bit less screen time. And while that'll make you a little less invested in each character on its own, that's not fully what the problem was here. The fact that this story in different flashbacks, it just becomes a bit of a mess. And actually, it's a pretty simple story, but they somehow managed to make it seem way more complicated and convoluted than it needs to be. Basically, the baby Venoms play the descendants of the 10 Tigers, and they are telling the story of what happened to their parents. And along the way, they are being hunted by other descendants of the Qings. And while it sets the stage at the beginning, it goes for such a long time with the 10 Tigers, and it's great. I love the storyline. You have Ku Feng is the revolutionary who's hiding out. It all works. Even though it is a very simple plot, it definitely has some great fights and some good showdowns, and it doesn't really feel too slow or anything. There just tends to have a feeling of a lot of back and forth when not much really transpires. And fans of the Wu-Tang Clan will definitely recognize a lot of the English dub here. It's used in a lot of their albums and songs. And this movie, more than a lot of the others on this list, is definitely a fan favorite. Maybe second to Five Deadly Venoms. You hear fans talk about 10 Tigers from Kwangtung all the time. Probably because there's just so many Shaw Brothers legends and the fact that it was sampled so much in Wu-Tang. And I always crack up at the scene where Wang Lung Wei brings out, I don't know what it is, I guess some sort of statue of a mermaid or a woman, and I said it looked like an Oscar that got ran over by a Mack truck, but it's an hysterical weapon for sure. So for the plot and acting on this one, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I actually think the plot's probably closer to a 6 out of 10 because of how simple it is, yet how they managed to make it seem overly complicated. But the acting is just great, per the norm for the Shaw Brothers legends that are in this film. And for the action and fighting, I'd actually give this one an 8.5 out of 10. It's a little bit of a mixed bag. Some of the scenes seem a little more dated because it was like a longer shoot for this film. When it gets to the later scenes with the baby Venoms, it's definitely the high quality you expect from the Venoms. And with those scores being slightly lower, you may ask why it's above some of the other ones on the list. It's, for me, because the cast is incredible. I could just watch them basically read the phone book. I'm so enamored with all of them. And this one, especially when you have the English dub on, just has such a classic feel to it. It's just really enjoyable to watch. If this had a stronger plot and it had more of like that edge of the seat feeling to it all, it would definitely be up in maybe the top 5. But the fact that the plot is weaker, even though it has all these amazing actors, it doesn't quite let it crack into that top 10 for me. So for the ways to watch on 10 Tigers from Kwangtung, I don't really see a lot of online options right now, but there is the old DVD, and you can, I think, find that on eBay fairly often. But the best way to watch it is the Blu-ray released on the Shawscope Volume 2. It is restored by Arrow, and it just looks stunning. But if you don't feel like buying an entire box set, you could definitely find the single DVD on eBay. So that rounds out number 21 through 11, and up next is the top 10 of the Venom Mob Countdown. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.